Again, Dynasty Samir, search for Huru. Thank you so much for joining us. As we always do before we get started, we just want to thank you all for the support. It really means a lot. Again, thank you all for the support. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the content. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Does not cost you guys anything to hit that like button or share or subscribe. There's 80,000 plus of you, almost 83,000 of you all. If you guys were just to share the content, we'll be as big as BET. So share the content, like the content. Also, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Go to dynastymirror.com. While you are there, purchase the critically acclaimed, world famous book, Sales Motivation. Get off your arse, get off your butt, and cold call, written by yours truly. If you're watching this, if you're a subscriber, you should have a book. Go grab one, and also buy some merchandise while you're there. Support. You guys support. And then join the email list too. Join the email list so you guys could stay up to date in regards to what's going on with Dynasty Mirror, the brand. And become a monthly Patreon. Again, become a monthly Patreon. Patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Again, patreon.com, search for Uhuru. It's important to support the platform because, we're growing. So we need your help to grow because we don't have the TNT and the BETs and the CBS and the ESPN and the MTVs and the HBOs. We don't have their budget yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So guys, go and support the content. Without further ado, have my brother on with us, Fitzgerald Stevens. If you guys missed the show Saturday morning, so every Saturday morning about 10 o'clock a.m., we're going to be doing the pregame college football pre-kickoff weekend show.
Hey, that was football. Show, man. That was a very good first show. No.
Yeah, the fall is ball. Fall is football.
Fall is ball. Yeah, that's the thing. Fall is ball. That's the broadcast of
yes, sir. On Find Ways to Win on Fitzgerald Stevens' platform. So, guys, make sure you go over there and subscribe. Find Ways to Win. Fitzgerald is almost at 1,000 subscribers. And when he gets at 1,000, he can start monetizing. So, guys, make sure you go to Find Ways to Win, and that's the number 2. And that is Fitzgerald's YouTube page. Go and subscribe, everybody. Mr. Fitzgerald Stevens, for those that don't know you, can you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fitzgerald Stevens. I'm an entrepreneur based here down in Tampa, Florida. You guys know me for doing for Dynasty and I working together with our Freebay Gold business as well as crypto business. But, we also do other things. I mean, I believe in having multiple streams of income. Also, I'm a YouTuber. My YouTube show is Find Ways to Win, the number 2, Win, W-I-N, with Fitzgerald Stevens, where I talk about various topics that would denote you moving forward and whatever endeavor you're trying to do. It's just about trying to be better. I've been in business for some capacity, I guess about over 20 something years. I've been involved in sales, marketing, and corporate America. Decided to strike out something on my own, for a need to get better fulfillment and more control over my time and destiny. Currently, I'm looking to create other income stream projects, particularly like a cleaning company and things that just to create most residual income for us, for me and my future family. Love to talk to you guys about what we do. We enjoy talking to you, but it really is better about trying to help you realize what you want to do. I want to simply say more to you on this subject. You don't have to settle for anyone else trying to put you in their mold or trying to limit your abilities. I truly in my heart believe that this is the best time in the history of the world for anyone, I mean anyone, to acquire wealth on their terms. And there's just so many opportunities out there. Diane, when I was talking this past Saturday, I met with a gentleman and we were talking about partnering together with my cleaning company and him. He is doing COVID COVID cleaning on a high level, high scale. They say, yeah, Fitzgerald. So, we can work together, referring each other business. You can sublet what I do, and, hey, we can make money. All you do is just pick up the phone, just refer me, and I do the same thing to you, and we send each other business. That's what I mean by having these viable partnerships, and, which is so vital. So for those who are looking to put something together, I mean, go ahead and do it. Get yourself involved in the system. Take that chance and go ahead and put something together that you control, you own. At least you'll never say that you didn't try. And who knows, you may be startlingly successful. No, so that's what we are. And so we're going to talk about the subject today: 8 signs you need to get out of corporate America. But Prince Amir, I have one question for you in the audience. If do any of y'all know the name of the good President Donald John Trump accountant, so that he paid like $750?
Fitzgerald, listen.
Hey, I just need to know the cat's name. I need to know the name of that name, because obviously I'm doing it wrong. I mean, if it's a cat worth a couple $1 billion, and $750, and I just doing it wrong. Hey, I can't knock the good president. I got to tip my hat, man. If you doing like that, hey, I just need to know who the name of your accountant is, so I can get them. So I too can pay about $750 over 15 years. So I just need to know.
And Fitzgerald, people, on social media, oh, it's not fair. This isn't fair. It's not right. And I asked the same question you asked. What's the name of his accountant?
Yeah, what's the name of his accountant? I mean, I'm not mad at the man. I'm mad at the man. That's he take advantage of those tax loopholes. Being a businessman, I want to pay the government less taxes as I can. But he just 15 years. 15. Mr. Terry, I see you on the line right now, man. Take your calculator out and buy 750 in 15 years. What you got?
I think that's what, $15. Hold on.
Yeah. Tell me what you got.
No. That's
Mr. Terry.
That's about $60, about $70
for 15 years. And talk to me in check box. What is that? What do you got?
Hold on. So 50 divided by 15. Yeah, $50. It's $50.
Well, I can't knock the good president. I won't knock the good president if we seen the way to pull that off. But most people in America most people in America don't have those type of connects. They don't know how to do that. We're not going to talk about the legality of it or whatever. Most people don't have that. But it goes to show a principle how extraordinarily important it is to be able to minimize those taxes. Taxes will eat your wealth. It will eat your wealth. So very, very slow, sometimes very, very fast. But it will eat your wealth, no doubt about it. And so let's look at ways how we can circumvent that. I'm not saying not pay any taxes at all. I mean, no one on this stream will be able to pull what the good president has done. But
I mean, Fitzgerald, I got to interject. Amazon didn't pay any taxes this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Amazon, but wasn't Mr. The good president's business taxes? Was this not his personal taxes?
That's a good question. I don't know. No one was specific about that. I don't know.
Yeah, because we wouldn't talk about Trump Industries. We're just
Whoa. Okay, so outside of what he earned as president, I mean, for the most part, I mean, he has his own company, so he wouldn't have to. So his personal taxes would be his business taxes outside of, the salary he's getting from. Oh, and then Fitzgerald. He donates his salary, I believe.
Okay, but he's been president less than 4 years. He's donated his salary. I think that's good and dandy. But what happened for the last? You subtract 15. What happened to the last 11 years?
But again, Fitzgerald, it's his business. His business.
Okay, when I had my business, Prince, I used to write myself a check for my business. My business, when you can't, the business money is just that, the business money. That is and you start mingling business money with personal money, you're violating fiduciary responsibility. You can go to jail for that.
Yeah, but there's a way around it, Fitzgerald.
The way around it is that you have to write yourself a check. Or you have to take a salary from your company, however much you deem that, then you get taxed on that. That's your personal tax. No, so you can't. The company's money is not your money.
I don't know. Well, whatever he has going,
We
I
need
guess
in.
it's working.
We need in on it. That's whatever we got going. We need in on it and stuff like that. So yeah, man. And so with Prince, hey, 8 signs you need to get out of corporate America, man. People are interested in that, you know.
Yeah.
And by the way, for those of you who did not get a chance to watch Prince Dada Samir's show yesterday when he had Mr. Fabian Pearson on there. Mr. Pearson is a real estate developer of the first magnitude. You know, he's a Renaissance real estate developer, meaning he can do it all. You know, the work and the loans. The loans for his companies. He knows how to do it all. He did. Took some of his precious time out to show us what a new property he had just purchased out of Ohio. I watched that stream, loved it. You know, I would suggest you guys go ahead and look at that video. It appeared out yesterday. I don't know it's quite the title with it. Prince Amir will share that, but you know, this is the kind of content that this man is bringing to you with Dynast Amir. So definitely needs to be supported. And once again, this man is talking about something about creating residual income in order to achieve a goal that he has to possibly relocate in Africa. And he was showing step by step of what his plan, what his plan is doing. With Mr. Pearson and myself, we do different things, but the objective and the goal is the same. Build residual income without you really needing to have to work there with your physical labor. Create multiple streams of income where you can sit back to order to do with your time what you want to do with your time. That's the goal. Whether you choose to do it through a freebie network marketing company, real estate, whether you do it with social media, intellectual property, whatever it takes, you know, you to go ahead and grab control out of your time. Because as the show is saying, 8 signs you need to get out of corporate America. 8 signs you need, not 8 ways, but 8 signs. In other words, you got to discern the times and the season. Like, hey man, this battleship is taking on water. And you know, there's a few life rafts over there. I need to be making my way to them because this thing is definitely going to sink. And so what we're seeing, the model of corporate America has dramatically changed what it was just a couple of years ago. People are working longer. People are working harder. People are in more debt. People are seeing themselves being extended more. Cost of goods and services is going up. Wages are not keeping up in proportionate. Student loan debt, oh wow, it's practically at an all-time high. You know, so you just can't sit around there and keep ignoring the signs. The price of money is going down. With the interest rates, that might be a good thing, but the purchasing power of that money is also going down. Okay, so we have to look at some things that we really need to say, hey, exactly how I'm going to be prepared. What am I going to need to do? And I have a couple of words for you. You must become an entrepreneur.
No choice.
You have to. We beat that up and we just talk about that so much. Now you don't have to be an entrepreneur by doing what I do. I'm a freebie affiliate, network marketing affiliate. Deal with gold, deal with a couple other things, cryptocurrency, have organizations around the world with business affiliates and stuff. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do what Mr. Pearson do. Real estate portfolio, you know, he built from the ground up, scratched up, inked it out with his own hand and his sheer grit and his sheer will. He had a plan. You don't have to do what Prince Dynast Amir did. Prince Amir has actually created a media company. It's not just a YouTube channel. That's a farce. He's created a media company. You know, Search for Uru, his touring company, his book company, his t-shirt companies. But nevertheless, all 3 of us have the same goal, and you must have that goal too. What do I need to do to build residual income? In other words, money that keeps coming in, working for me, whether I'm asleep or awoke. Money that's working for me and coming in, whether I'm on vacation or I'm up there eating my mom's apple pie. What do I need to do to ensure that my income comes in, whether I'm living in Africa, whether I'm living in any other part of the world? How does that money keep coming in? How does that money keep increasing? That's what you need to look for to get. And then what do I need to look at? What do I need to do to gather up assets? What do I need to do to get stuff that's going up in value and it's further going to make me wealthy? Okay, then what system can I use to create that? What system, is available out there to me? What can I do? And so if you're looking at some things, they all point to entrepreneurship. They answer those questions. None of them point to let's go ahead and get a good job.
Right.
Let's go ahead and get a good job. I mean, that's just not the way. I was talking to someone today, and I said, you know what? Let me get back in the work phase. Let me go out there and let me go ahead and interview. So I had an interview, and I'm not going to talk to you about the what company it was. And they said, hey, Fitzgerald, tell us about this carrot bar. And I said, well, it's a home-based business. Well, do you work for anybody? No, work for myself. And I've been doing it 6 years. I built up a global sales team. Roughly 12,000 affiliates around the world. And I that's what I did. Now, I didn't tell them I deal in gold. I didn't tell them what I deal in cryptocurrency. You want to keep some things to yourself, because you tell them you deal in gold and you're asking them for a job. If someone is short sighted, well, like, this guy don't need us. He's already building something, or he's already going to be doing this, and instead of focusing on us. So I learned to use wisdom, and I said to her, yeah, well, she said, why are you looking? I said, well, I got some time, and I just want to, with my job, with what I do, I need stability. I use their words against them, because that's the key word in corporate America: stability. I want to get stability. I want just a steady paycheck. Well, I know dang well, as an entrepreneur, there's no such thing. You got to go out there and make it and earn it. But when I'm talking to corporate America, I know the language they talk, because I came out of that realm. More likely, I would get that job, and more likely, I will still be able to keep doing what I'm doing now. But that would be another source of income. And so that's what it is. It's about the end game. At 56 years old, I don't got 10 years to give you on no job. I definitely don't have no 15 years, 20 years to give you on the job. My time is simply too precious. I need to get this money stuff, and you need to get this money stuff out the way, where you can live life the way you want, on your terms, enjoy it with the people you love. So we're gonna allow Prince Amir to point out a couple things that he's seeing, or even this article is seeing, and tell you that you need to get prepared. You need to get prepared for what's going down the pipe, so you can have your time the way you want it. Talk to us, Prince.
All right, so 8 signs you need to get out of corporate America by Peter Jones. I actually pulled up this article this morning. Let's jump right into it. There are a lot of perks that come with working in corporate America. The pay is usually good. There are usually decent benefits, and sometimes you get to sit in beanbag chairs to get your workout in during your lunch break. At my job, that wasn't the case, but the benefits and some of the perks were cool. Well, yeah, the perks were cool. I mean, gas card, got my insurance paid for as far as car insurance, gas card, expense card. So yeah, the perks are pretty good. But there's also a ton of drawbacks. Here are 7 reasons you're probably not well suited to the corporate climate and might consider getting out. You shouldn't necessarily quit and run off to join the circus, but start looking around for other opportunities. You're not a natural brown noser. Smoozing in a requisite for the corporate world. Your talent and skills and the work you deliver, no matter how top-notch, is not enough to get ahead. You could be by far the strongest link on the team and still get passed up for promotion in favor of some guy who just knows how to kiss butt. If you're not the type to cultivate this skill, or you find the whole process abhorrent, maybe corporate is not for you. I told you this story, Fitzgerald. My friend, who's been at my former job for has to be 15 to 16 years now.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give him the promotion to become a manager because he wasn't energetic enough. That's why.
Okay. Who was energetic enough that they gave it to?
Young cat. young female that was only been at the company a little over a year.
Mm-hmm. Minority female?
No. Well, a female is considered a minority, so
Oh, that's an interesting twist.
kind of yes, but no. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. Was he a performer? Did he produce?
Yep. Or he wouldn't have been there 15 years.
Okay. Okay. So he answers to her now.
Well, she got hired at another location that he was interviewing for, but
Well, did she beat him out on skill level?
no, I doubt it.
Okay. Okay. Let's try to be fair. You know, let's be fair. Did she have longer tenure than he did?
Longer tenure? No, he's been there 15 years. He's only been there a little over 1 year.
So you get what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, right? You know what? I'm able to see 3 more. Phonies make you sick. You yearn to be in charge, and benefits go bye-bye. I don't even need to go past the first one, but brown nosing. I don't even need to go. We could do our whole show and park literally right there. That's why. That's one of the biggest reasons contributed to me starting my own Dynas.
All right.
Because I never seen to fit in. I never seemed to be anointed with the Holy Grail. Oh, I was a good worker that people felt that my skills were at the bottom of the tier. But far as offering those positions of management, divisional management, executive management, didn't seem to come my way. Although I was producing.
Top of the tier.
Although I was producing, so I had a problem with that. And so if you have a problem with that too, the older you get, it's not going to go away. I mean, that's not going to go away. I mean, there are many people out there, including our host here, Dynas Amir. Same thing happened to him. Sometimes you could get a little comfortable because people say, well, I'll just pay you a little bit more, or we'll give you more time with your family. But you're not going anywhere. You're not getting up in those perks where you can actually bonus off of teams, and you can get a key to the executive parking space. And even though you worked for there and you earned it, I don't believe in if a person doesn't work and really put in the effort to get to those higher echelons, I don't believe it should be denied to them. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care what religious orientation. If you perform and you consistently perform, you should get rewarded for that. And if you outperform, you should get more to consideration of someone who doesn't necessarily perform consistently at your level. I base it all on production with me, So you have to look at that. So in your production, ladies and gentlemen, it's constantly being overlooked. What incentive is there for you to continue to produce at that high level?
Right.
Okay. Or would you just sit around there and coast and dog it, as we say? B, put your talents out for another employer only to realize that the same thing is waiting you there? Or C, I'm going to build my own. I mean, if I'm working hard, I can work just as hard for me and make just as much money, if not more, money for myself without having a cap on it. I chose C. Prince Amir chose C.
All right.
Mr. Peterson chose C. And one of the reasons why we chose C is because of one of the subjects we're talking about right now. Sometimes you can just literally be thrown into the world of entrepreneurship simply because you're not getting opportunities, but your time is getting away from you. So we just, it's out there. Am I knocking a job? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jobs are great, provided you use them the right way. The way to use a job is to use at the finance your needs, your family's needs, and everything. But don't get so caught up in someone else's platform that you're not taking a little bit of that time after you're off that job to build something for your own. Years ago, I was taught, Dynas, that you make a living 9 to 5, you make a fortune after 5. You make a living 9 to 5, and you make a fortune after 5.
Right.
No, I mean, who cares about Monday Night Football? Who cares about why would I want to sit up there and put more time into a guy who has a $500 million contract at 24 years old? Happy for him, great for him, no jealousy for him. Watch a whole bunch of millionaires or soon to be millionaires, and playing another guy who's a multimillionaire, is 20 something years old, and with the Chiefs and the Ravens who are playing tonight, who I'm making reference to. Why would I get so jacked about that? Maybe spend about 2 or 3 hours watching them, and it's giving me negative return back on my time. See, that's their business. To me, it's entertainment. To them, it's their business. So why couldn't I look at building a platform, maybe designing a YouTube page, making a couple of phone calls, calling a couple of people, see if they can get their homes listed. You're meeting with some partners to see how I can get my cleaning business more contracts. Call a couple other partners, see how I can add partners to my Freebay Gold business. Hey, looking to expand residual income. Why wouldn't I spend that free time contacting someone for my interest? And then if I want, I can simply go on to YouTube and catch the Ravens and the Chiefs highlights anytime I want. You see, we have to use to divert our time in our interest. So if you're coming home and you have served someone on a job and you worked hard, respect for that. But if you think all you got to do is come home and cook dinner and lay on the couch and go to sleep and watch about 3 or 4 hours of TV and fall asleep with the remote in your hand and take a shower and get up in tomorrow morning and do it again, you're not doing anything. I mean, you can't brag that I'm sitting around there building a fortune for someone else, but I'm doing nothing to build something for me and my family. That's not worth bragging about. You can't even use the excuse to me that you're a hard worker. You're a hard worker, working hard for people. Okay, it used to sound honorable, but you know what? If at the end of 20 and 30 years you haven't built up anything for you and your family that pays you residual, that you aren't able to live the life that you want because you put so much of your focus on building someone else's up, I submit to you, that's wasted time.
Right.
That's waste of time, and you're going to have to do something. See, this is what we talk about. This is what we mean. Whether it's Mr. Major or Mr. Brandon talking about Pan Am Africanism, whether it's Mr. Pearson talking about real estate, whether it's myself talking about my networking business, Freebay. Joining that, which Prince Amir's link is starting there. How we build residual income like that. Whether it's talking about being an author or owning a hot dog venue or helping or starting a blog, something that's bringing you money in. Now, Prince Amir just reminded me of something that I didn't give much thought to. He said, "Well, Fitzgerald, you're about 761 subscribers. You can be monetized." I didn't even think about it. I'm thinking about it now. I mean, I didn't think about it. I haven't thought about it lately. I'm thinking about it now because I'm like, okay, well, I got my cleaning hustle coming in here. My gold hustle is doing pretty good right here. I'm already talking to some cat about designing T-shirts. I got that move from Prince Amir. Thank you. I've had these books in my head. I can put a few booklet pamphlets. I can do a couple of how-to things. I can promote that. Make one more phone call. Like I did last night, made one phone call, talking with my networking, my Freebay networking business, and made $100, made 100 euros, just with one phone call. And while I'm sitting at the desk, and I said, now it's time for me to go out and get the double Oreo McFlurry from McDonald's because I can celebrate. I actually did something to earn it. That's what I mean. This is what I mean, and this is what you have to look at. But notice not one time. Notice not one time I set up there. Okay, what can I do how can I really go in there and make my boss more money? How can I really go in there? And that's don't get that confused with not wanting to do a good job. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that think very strong and very hard about not choosing to build an economic platform for you and your family. Something that you have, but something that you have, but something that you can build equity in and you can lead to your family. Now, for those of you who wonder what Freebay is, Freebay is a network referral business based in Switzerland. It is we deal with gold. We acquire gold and get paid for other people who acquire gold. Operate in 149 countries. It's free to join. Prince Amir's link is strolling down at the bottom. You register as an affiliate. We plug you into training, and we teach you how to build up a sizable global income, an income that could easily surpass what you're doing right now. And it's on fire. So that's one of the things we do. We have free teaching. We have free mentorship. You have free website and free marketing that you can do, and all you do is just bring the hustle. Now you can use that in the event that you don't have a lot of startup capital, or you don't have a lot of startup capital costs. Even at the stage I am right now, I can't play Mr. Peterson's game. If he said, well, Fitzgerald, I got a profit, I want you to go in right now. I need $300,000-$400,000. I can't stroke him a check for that yet. But I can make a phone call and say, hey, do you look for any other ways to make money? Yeah, go ahead and take a look at this business. What it does, we saving gold, and we get paid for other people doing the same thing. Just by doing that, making a phone call last night, I made 100 euros. You do that in American dollars, probably about maybe 110 or 112 right from my desk, and sold out less about an hour. Oh, I'm sorry, less than 20 minutes. That's in addition to my other things going on. So yeah, so I'm looking, and I felt real good about that, because if I'm doing that, some people don't make 100 euros a day on their job, and I just did in about 20 minutes. And but that's the entrepreneur in me, and that's what it has to be for you. You have to do something, ladies and gentlemen. 2020, many of us have had a challenging year this year. Many of us are waiting to see. Many of us want to see it go away, while there are some people who they've had record financial year with 2020. The top wealthy people, they've added something like close to over $318 billion on their personal fortunes collectively since March.
Right.
That's significant. While other people are losing jobs, I mean, they're trying to figure out how they want to do. Well, I can go ahead and tell you that. Go ahead and apply for Amazon. Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's. These are all companies that are having record profits. They're looking for workers. Right. So the job is not as hard as people think. You may not get the income scale you want at the moment, which is another reason to start another reason to build your entrepreneur business or become an entrepreneur. But getting a job is not hard to find if that's what you want. We're not talking about jobs. We're talking about building wealth. There's a big difference. No. So Prince, the second things, can you read that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Number 2, phonies make you sick. Oh, goodness, yes. Ever had a conversation with someone in the business world where you can tell they're not really listening, not really there, laughing at jokes like a zombie chorus? See, that's the thing. My friend did not get promoted because he didn't laugh at all the jokes. He wasn't energetic enough. Laughing at jokes like a zombie chorus when the jokes aren't even funny. Coming out with lines that sound right out of an HR ad. Corporate culture. Spewing corporatees left and right with no idea what they're really trying to communicate. If you can't handle a world of fake smiles and meaningless buzzwords anymore, just remember, it's not you, it's them.
Oh, God, maybe that's why I didn't get promoted. No, maybe that's why I was having trouble promoting. Dude, your joke ain't funny. I don't like sexist, racist jokes. Don't use that with me. I don't see nothing funny in it. That's me. Mm-hmm. I don't see nothing funny. You're making fun of your wife on a joke, or talk about a race of people. Ain't nothing funny about it. As a matter of fact, keep stepping. I ain't got nothing to say to you. So I guess that made me uncooperative then. Because that's the way I've been. I definitely didn't do the brown nosing. Well, I mean, I naively believed that if I did a good job, I should be rewarded. I didn't come there to play politics. I didn't come there to play get involved in shenanigans. I believe in doing my job, making my money, going home. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not interested in coming to your after hour mixers. I have a family, so if I'm gonna, if I'm gonna, I'm not there to spend time off the clock going to your cocktail parties. I was very uncomfortable. Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that time, man? That was taken out by my boss. He took the team out and took the team out to lunch when he came in town and everything, and they was all at the bar, and I was the only non-drinker. And he said, asked me, what do you want? And I looked at the bartender. I said, you having chocolate milk? He like, you ain't gonna drink chocolate milk. I said, yeah, I don't drink. I don't drink. Just give me a Sprite, a cranberry juice. Got a call the next day from my boss saying the big boss said you didn't seem like you was grateful enough. And I said to my boss, I'm like, what is he talking about, man? No, it wasn't that at all. I mean, I don't, man, that's crazy. Why don't, instead of calling you, why don't he call me? That's corporate politics for you. So I tried, I said, okay, I'll go ahead and call him, okay, I got to play the game. Let me call him. Man, didn't he take my calls? See, that's now what did I have to do?
Fitzgerald, let me stop you right there. So a couple times with me, what they'll do, like we'll be at our team meetings or our team events. And so like the upper executive will come and say, hey, this is my number, buddy. This is my number. If you need something, call me, man. Call me. Yeah. And so I will call or email asking a question, and they will call my manager back and relay the message to my manager. I'm like,
yeah. And see, people get confused about that because this is what they don't teach you in college. This is what they don't teach you, in business school. The dealing with people is the job, and when it's dealing with people, you're dealing with the quirks of your boss and or your supervisors, and woe be unto you. Woe be unto you if you have a bad one. I used to tell my stepkids, I'd say, you know what? It's just as important to know your boss as it is to know your job. It's just as important to know your boss as it is to know your job. You got to know when to come to them with a raise, how to talk to them, what not to say, and what not to do. I have a when I go on an interview, and I said this to my last boss. The guy. I said this to a guy earlier last week about an interview I went on, and I asked him. I said, "What is the number one thing about you that you saying I'm going to roll this guy out of here?" Meaning that you do this stuff right here, you're automatically gone. You ain't even got nothing to talk about. What is that thing? He never heard that question before, but he gave me an answer. He said, "Well, I like people to come, to show up on work time and just go ahead and do the project." So I said, in other words, you like people to do what you tell them to do and be quiet about it. That's what you like, yeah. No, yeah. This gentleman was a black gentleman. It doesn't make a difference. You have to know what your jobs are, your boss are, with your boss quirk, as much as you know your job. And then even when you're an entrepreneur, you know what I have to know? I have to know how my partners are. I have to know how my customers are. I can't just go in there and present my customers any type of way and think they're going to pay me for it. I have to, when they say that statement, a customer is always right. Man, I used to fight that. No, they ain't, man. They got quirks. They got this. Ladies and gentlemen, the customer is always right. The people who pay you, they're right. It's your job to figure out a way. Okay, let me calm the situation. I'm not talking about being humiliated and degraded, and I'm not talking about not telling people like I don't need your money. I'm not talking about that. But they say, hey man, I got a problem, or I feel like I've been mistreated. You can't tell them to go jump off a bridge. That book right there, the Prince Amir has on his desk.
You gotta go grab a copy. Go get your copy.
So let's just say if I'm a school, if I'm a business school, and I say, you know what, I want to buy 100,000 copies of this right now and go ahead and distribute these out to my system. But our colors right now are blue and white. I see that you have a red banner. Now we need a blue and white banner. We're ready to get the check right now. We're ready to put it out right now because we want to match the themes of our colors. Okay, you do that. We'll be exclusive by. And you know what? We may have another order for when you come up with the second edition. A second edition, we're willing to buy another 100-something thousand just to see how that goes. Prince, what color will the banner be when you send that book out to me?
Blue
and white.
All right.
Now, when you sit up there and say, no, red, I'm a Kappa Alpha Psi. That's our colors. We news. We do this. I'm Georgia Bulldogs. These are the colors I like. Mm-hmm. Okay? Keep it. Keep the colors you like. And don't turn my $100,000 order down. See this, you have to be flexible. So when you concentrate on, when you decide to go away an entrepreneur, the number one thing is, what can I do to add value to my customers? How would my business partners and my clients feel that they are getting great return on their value, as opposed to going to someone else? And when the world of entrepreneurship, you will learn that there's very, very little difference between a commodity, books, or t-shirts, or any other thing you choose to sell. The thing that sets you apart must be your level of service. So you must offer superior service. You must offer service that's they're not getting out there. They're not getting from someone else. They only get this service from Khadijah. They only get this level. They only get this level of service from Susan. They only get this level of service from LaKay. This is what you're known for. And if you got that, you can actually charge more for your product than someone who doesn't have it. People are not coming to you to argue with you. People want to be heard. They want you to give them a good experience, and that experience you can monetize that. To build yourself and your family a very, very favorable business, provided you're willing to work hard. So phonies make you sick, and you yearn to be in charge. Dynas, I can let you expound upon that. I mean, that's self-explanatory, but I want to see what you have to say about it.
Yeah, you're not in the driver's seat for your career. The corporation is. It will look after itself first and foremost. Oh, God, yeah. Its own health, goals, longevity, stockholders, and profit margin. If you want more control or agency in the way your career moves forward, try smaller businesses or other career avenues. So, guys, for me to go back in corporate America, these will be my demands. I need complete ownership of the company. I could take as much vacation as I want and still get paid. Not even ownership of the company. I would need to have equity in the company. There we go. I could take as much vacation as I want and still get paid. I will get paid no matter what, if I show up to work or not. And I can't be fired.
Okay, so you just saying, but basically what you're saying is, I can't work in corporate America.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to point out something. You point out something that is a very, very obvious sign that many people are simply overlooking it. Benefits go bye-bye. One of the things that holds people to the corporate race, and I'm not going to call it a rat race, ladies and gentlemen. I watched my father work hard. He worked hard to provide for his 3 sons and my mother. The man was a hard worker. He detests any type of laziness. He just put it to the proud. But Daddy has extraordinary talents, but he never put those talents to build something of his own. He never put those talents to build something of his own. I love and admire my father, but he never used those talents, and put a business together, to lead to his 3 sons. He couldn't leave us his job. Father is 77 years old right now, still hard working, but he's gifted electrical. He's gifted carpentry. Mr. Pearson, dad can do everything you do times 10. And he's been able to do that. But you know what? He never moved on it. He never moved on it. He never created. So rather, because he didn't move on it, and please, if I haven't said anything today that's caught your attention, please listen to this. Because my father didn't move on something, or your parents don't move on something, or better yet, you choose not to move on something, you know, you're not leaving anything worthwhile I'm sorry, you're not leaving anything that you could lead to your next generation. I am supposed to be like the principal owner of Stevens Heating and Air Conditioning, Stevens Hydraulics. That's how good my father is about doing things. Or Stevens Automotive Group. I'm supposed to be in there, but because he didn't move on it, nothing was created. And the job that he spent so much his time, when he left there, nothing from it. Okay, now, if that doesn't shock and scare some of you guys, I'm not doing my job right. You know, if you choose to elect not to build something for your family, man, you are counting off. You are literally throwing away generationals worth of wealth, not only to your children, but to their children and their children, simply because you are more focused on building something of your own. Follow Prince Dynastimir. Follow Prince Dynastimir 15 years from now, 20 years from now. Follow Mr. Fabian Peterson 15 to 20 years from now. Mark my words. Mark my words. And where you were saying, my God, I remember when I used to see him on a video making a with a hat on his head, talking about building his company. Now I just see Peterson. You know what? They put like a $12 million project together over in Uganda, Africa, over in the continent. That they're sitting up there. They're leasing all. They're one of the biggest apartment complex holders over there. Why? Because he's building something. Now, if he chooses to have children later on, you get what I'm saying? That's what I mean. So don't squander that time. Only thing when working on a job and fully giving your all to the job is the equivalent of renting an apartment. All you have is a bunch of rent receipts. You are not building up any equity, as opposed to taking out and launching out and buying a house where eventually, as you're each and every time you pay for it, you're building equity for you and your family. Now you take that, and pretty soon it's going to be paid for with the same amount of time you spend in an apartment. You're going to have something to leave. The same thing with a business. You know, so what's the model? Okay, you know, if you don't have a whole bunch of capital startup, start your referral based business. Click on the link with Prince Dynastimir. Register with FreeBay. He's going to plug in the trade.
Chat room. Links in the chat room, everybody.
He's going to show you how to. He's going to show you how to build up an organization. We're going to help you. We're going to show you how. Show you with group dynamics. There was, and I'm trying to find the stream right now. And there was, I don't see it. Maybe you can see it, Dynamics, but someone left an interesting comment. I think it was by Pan Americanism. You know, why is it that when we come on with topics like these, business topics like this, why are the links lower than if we're sitting up there talking about other subjects?
I'm gonna say something, Cheryl. I got an email last night from a guy. Oh, when you have these two people on, man, you know, it's just, I mean, what direction you going in, Dinus, man? Oh, it's so negative now, Dinus. Oh, man, you know, I came to learn about Africa, but you had these people on, man, and you know, you dish, Dinus. What's wrong? And I responded back, and I did a video. I do a morning motivation show every morning. Which I'll put out later on. Me and you come on just about every day. I just had Sister Tiffany on, the brother from South Africa on.
Miss Taiwu,
about Africa.
Miss Taiwu, Miss Canby.
All these people on, but you know, just one show that you disagree. And see, I knew it was something behind it because he mentioned something. I was like, okay, that's why you didn't like the show, because of that right there. So, you know, yeah.
Well, what I would tell that individual, and if you're listening, and with all due respect, ma'am or sir, if that's you, great, awesome. Start your own YouTube channel. Go ahead and start your own. Put the platform out there, build a platform like Prince Amir has done, like I'm doing. Build your own business and your own game like you want to do, and you can put on their views whatever you want. Whatever you want, you can easily do that. But I will tell you this: Prince Amir is going to take what you said in consideration. Why? Because you are a listener. You are a listener, so he's going to give you that respect and listen to you. He's going to evaluate how that works in. He's going to take your views in consideration. Remember, when I said with a corporation, corporations don't work for you; they work for the shareholders. They're okay. And then when you're an entrepreneur, you work for your base. You work for your customers, your partners. And so you have got to put a product in. So if they sit up there and say like, hey, I'm looking at this, or I have a complaint, I think you can't just blow them off like the old days. You got to strongly take into consideration, listen to them. Then you got to evaluate, okay, how many people are feeling like that, and do I really need to change in order to better build a platform where more people can listen to me. And so you can't do that if I'm a builder of houses, and a customer said, well, like okay, Mr. Fitzgerald, you seem to specialize in ranch homes. You love ranches, or you build a home with a master on the main and and a 2-level. But that's all to see. But I want an English two-door style. Well, this is the way I build it. Well, this is the way I do it. Well, I'm going to pay you $600,000. That's what I want. I want to be, 6,500 square feet. I want it. I want you to dig a pond out there and look in it and stock it and stuff. And if you do a completion, hey, I'll take that 600,000. I'll do 725. Guess who's going to study English two-door homes with catfish ponds? Okay, see, this is what I mean. So you have to be able to bring something to the marketplace that are people willing to pay for. But you don't have the right to criticize someone who is doing it, and you're not doing anything, and you think you have an input in an entrepreneur stuff that they have put their sweat, their blood, and their time into. You have to give them the respect of that as a leader for building something, because at the end of the day, they chose to walk a different path, and that's worthy of respect. Now with that comment, I did find it was by Mr. or Miss Pan of Africanism, and I've seen that title before. Very telling when other topics get these high views, whereas these business ones can't help people are low. Dynas, off the top of your head, and I think I saw this yesterday when Mr. Pearson came on. That was a low 1,000, like 1,400 views. Man, that thing should have been 70-some thousand views.
Yeah.
That thing should have been 70-some thousand views. Ladies and gentlemen, I stopped what I was doing to watch that video, because I know Mr. Pearson, when he comes on, man, this is an entrepreneur who's doing it, who does it all over this country right here, and I I want to know how he's doing it. You mean to tell me that I got a chance to get a hold of a man like that, or many of the talents that Mr. Amir brings on, Miss Taiwu, Miss Callie out of London, Taiwu out of Africa, but these people who he has coming on that shows how to really put platforms together to help us build, and they're doing it for free. You mean to tell me all I got to do is set my notification up on Search for Uru like I do, and I can learn from these great minds how to build something, or how to make what I'm building already better, and I don't have to pay them a dime for it? I don't know if you thought about the level of content. And no, this is not a promote Dynas Amir thing like that. I do this on my own because I really believe he does great work. If Dynas wasn't my friend, I would still be a fan of his show. He does great work. But if this man was to take a forum, and he does do forums like that. He does split screen, and he has these different business guests on, teaching us how to grow wealth, teaching us how us to probably transition to Africa, or transition to business wise and businesses and things for free. And we're able to listen to these leaders' mind for example, one thing I remember about Mr. Pearson, and obviously you guys can see I'm a fan of that man. Met him through the Search for Uru. Never met him through this show. And actually got to connect with him and things like that. One thing he said, I'm thinking about going to Africa. And I've been talking to Dynas about Africa, but Dynas has not really put it together on a level for me with like Mr. Pearson, because Mr. Pearson has told me what it takes. He told me what it takes. He said, not you. You don't have to do this. If I'm going over there at least $250,000 to $300,000 cash liquid. I'm going over there totally debt free. Just in case someone decided to change the laws and they shut my passport down, I can't go in. And I'm going over there. Before I make this move, I'm going to have somewhere between the neighborhood of 10 to 15,000 residual income per month. Because you know what? If I have to live on, even with the currency exchange, it's going to take me more that currency over there. It's going to take me more of that currency over there at the same lifestyle I'm accustomed to doing. So I'm like, I never thought of it like that before. But because I'm an entrepreneur and I understand business principles, some business principles that made perfectly sense. So I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm not even qualified, to even think about moving over there. First of all, I've never been over there, so I got to go over there first. Okay. Second of all, I don't know the terrain, but I do know this. My father taught me never leave the house with money. And so my point of the matter is that incredible amount of information, which could have made the difference for me going over Africa with a game plan, as opposed to I go over to Africa thinking, okay, I'm just showing up and having to come back to the States because I didn't properly play it. That made all the difference to me going over there saying, okay, I can thrive if I follow this parameter that this man has set. Because you know what? I don't have any. And I'm not saying that he said that's all for everyone else. He said, this is what I would go to. This is my goal. And so, man, so I learned all that for free just by listening to this platform. There's things I've learned. There's things I learned from for many of the guests that come on there. And these are people doing it all. And these guests I would have never heard of without the Dynas Amir. So you mean to tell me all I got to do is just pull in and check in and get this information and pick all these people's mind, whether it's Mr. Lou Major, whether it's Brandon. I can learn from young entrepreneurs or elder entrepreneurs like myself, or in between, female, whatever. And I can put this information to help my product do better. But one thing I noticed about Dynas, every single one of them that come on this show is an entrepreneur. They have something that they're building. And so if I'm looking at that, like they don't come on there tell me how to get better in 20 ways, in 20 days, doing better on my job. They come in there showing me how to build my own platform. And I am an entrepreneur, been one for years, and I still take advantage of the information that's coming through this stream, because that's another thing you got to do as an entrepreneur. You got to learn from other people who are doing it. You can't just blow someone off. You got to learn from other people who are doing it. And I promise you, if Dynas ever decided he want to do something like that, he ever decide, man, if he wants to call like a conference together, an e-conference, he wouldn't even have to bring people from Africa. He could put a proper e-commerce conference together, and he could easily do that for like 3 or 4 days, and he could sell tickets for that like $100 with people specialize in business plans, and people specializing in platforms, and people specialize in how to move to Africa and what does it take and stuff. And I can promise you, he could send that over his streams and charge $100 for that 3-day seminars, and he would get it. I would pay for it. Because you know what, you want to talk to the people who are really doing it, and so we're looking at things. What are you going to do? How are you going to find a way to win? How are you going to do that? If you can't do it on no one's job, you can't do it on no one's job. People are leaving the workplace in record droves. I mean, college educated people. Myself, Prince Amir, Mr. Fabian, we're all college degree people. So what? I can't take my college degree to Walmart and tell them, hey, I got this. Can I have that bag of popcorn? They're not going to do it. They're not. And so you got to build something, and the future is in your hands. I know many of you guys are frustrated. I've been frustrated, and I'm not going to tell you by having an entrepreneurship, you're not going to be frustrated. Sometimes it goes up more because everything is on you right now, but the rewards are far worth it. The rewards are far worth it. The benefits. Okay, benefits on a job. We said that people want to stay there because of the benefits. Do you know right now that companies are putting more to benefits on the employee? For
Right.
example, no more guaranteed pension. You got to put in money for your own 401k. No more guaranteed health insurance. You have to contribute, for the most part, is going by the way of health savings account. So you contribute. It's almost like a war chest you're building up in case say some health issues come, and you can draw off of that. Okay. You have a lot of those products and a lot of those services that we thought were getting slashed. Instead of giving sometimes overtimes, they're giving what they call comp time now. So you can take this comp time and Diane, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that like time off without pay? Yeah, so many hours.
It's just called leave. Oh, he said time off without pay. It's just
comp time. That's the way I used to understand it when we was doing
time
it.
off without pay.
You have so many hours. You have so many hours. Comp time. So you can do.
I forgot what they call it. I forgot.
Yeah, you can do what you want, and you can do what you want as far as with that. And so when we talk about these ideas, it's all about building wealth, but bringing a product or service to people who want to build wealth. I like to see you, Dinas, bring some guys on this show. And I know a lot of farmers. I know there's a lot of farming over in Africa. I grew up on a farm, so I know it's big time, and I know it's a very profitable business. Well, I'll be interested in that. I mean, I will be interested in learning farming as far as in Africa, even though I know how to do it over here in the States. I grew up on a farm. You're going to have food production. Africa is very, very fertile ground to that. I need, what do I need to do? How do I acquire land? So I would never know these things without finding some mentors out. So in the conclusion, concentrate on the end game. The end game is, do you want to worry about money? When it's eventually not, and forget retirement. Do you want or do you want to keep worrying about money now? The answer should be a no. Okay, do you want to build something that you own that you can leave to your children, even your children's children? Do you want something that you 100% control? That you get the risk, but you get the rewards? Do you want to be able to serve your community and be able to create wealth in your community? Okay, well, if the answer is yes, great. Do you enjoy residual income? Money that's making money for you while you sleep. I am not joking. I made somewhere like 100 euros last night, about 20 minutes. And that happened after I finished listening to Mr. Pearson and Mr. Amir talk about a show. It fired me up, man. I made a move and boom, put that in. Okay, cool. Now I can go drive to McDonald's and get me a double Oreos McFlurry. I don't recommend it. Okay. So do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy making money like that in a couple of moments that you can do in maybe a full 8 days, a full 8 hours of working for someone else? Okay, great. Do you have a sense and a thing, and you like, I can do what they do. I can do better than that. Or I would have talked to that customer like that. Man, I could have made that situation. I don't know why they missed that. They left money on the table. Do you see that? Yes. Well, do you want to be able to, like, you know what? I think I want to go see my parents or my family, and I want to spend some time with them, and I really want to be able to take that time and not feeling rushed. I'm tired of missing events. I'm tired of missing my daughter's recital. I'm tired of not seeing my mom and dad, or I'm tired of being away from home, 5, 10, 15 years. I want to be able to travel, and I want to be able to make money even when I'm traveling. Do you miss that, or do you long for that? Yeah. Okay. Congratulations. You're an entrepreneur.
Right.
Now you need to find a system. The system, one of the systems we're talking about, Freebay. Register your free account. that Prince Dinas Amir is a link is strolling out the bottom. Just go ahead and register as an affiliate. We'll teach you how to acquire gold and get paid residually from other people doing it. And also you can learn about other wealth instruments too. And you can get paid on what other people do. And I've been doing that close to about 6 years. Okay. Do you say, well, I might not want to do that. I want to go into traditional business. I want to go into real estate. Well, maybe you want to talk to a realtor. Maybe you want to talk to a guy like Mr. Pearson. But if you're going to talk to him, and I would do this, and I know the man. If I'm going to ask counsel from that man, and I'm going to sit down, I'm not talking about flip counsel. I'm talking about deep counsel and how to get in the game, man. If I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna more likely cash app him based on what he does, and I have to make it worth his while, because if I stop him from moving, he's losing time. I would be looking at a minimum $500 just for about an hour and a half of his time. Because if I do that, he'll say, yeah, this man respects my time. He's serious. And I'm going to come with a notebook. I'm going to come with pen and paper, and I'm going to write down. I'm going to have a specific agenda, because I'm trying to get where he's going. I'm going to tell him, this is the capital. This is whatnot. Tell me about how you find the lenders. Tell me about how you identify properties. Tell me what to look for. Tell me what the thing like that. And I'm going to send him a gift. I'm going to send him a gift before. I'm going to pay him just as much as I would pay someone else for a good and service. I'm not going to stop a man. Do you realize if I interrupt that man and I say, hey, can you spare an hour and a half to give me some counsel? Do you know how much money I probably cost him? You know what an hour and a half is worth in that man's time? Now he might do it because so Fitzgerald, hey man, you got a good relationship, but he was more than aptly to do it like, man, good guy, this cat Fitzgerald, I got $500 on my cash app. What's this? Hey, Mr. Pearson, what I need to do, man, set around, look about 2 weeks of your schedule. You can't find that. Work me in a month in your schedule. I'm buying an hour and a half of your time, because I have an objective to try to do some things that you're doing. Think about doing real estate, and I need a guy to show me. Can you help me? That's how you do it. You have to have that mentorship. And people have to know, and you have to be serious about people's craft, especially very good at that craft, in order for them to get their time. But that $500, which I'm going to, as a business investment, because I have a business, that $500. So you have to seek that out, and you have to have a game plan. You have to have a game plan. See, in corporate America, you don't. After you get the job, the game plan is over. You just show up to work. Just show up to work. You do a good job, but you do just nothing for them not to fire you. If you want to advance, hopefully that they'll let you. You come to my place and you want to work for me, and you're an Auburn alumni, Georgia alumni, Morehouse alumni, Alabama. Y'all just stay home. The Alabama cat going to get it because I'm Alabama alumni. But that's not fair. What does fair have to do with it? I own the system. And that's what you're not understanding. Fair don't have anything to do with it. You can't go up to a man and tell me, hey, how you treated me is not fair, and you're in his house. No. I'm not talking about blatant discrimination and stuff, but if you want fairness, you have to build a platform that you own where it can be fair. And so take a strong look at this. Take a strong look. Take a strong look at the Free Bay Company. Take a strong look in reading books and getting business acumen. Switch to Facebook off. Start watching YouTube videos that show you how to build. Don't spend your time expecting to get a return back. And in my conclusion, Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you can work until you will work until you die. That eliminates jobs.
Right.
Because if you're not working, you're not making money. In order to make money while you sleep, you have to have a system that's working for you even when you're sleeping. Number two, Mr. Michael Delco said, if you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. Number three, Prince Dinas Amir says, titles are not sexy. Income is. Titles are not sexy. Income is. Fitzgerald Stevens says two sayings. Number one, the world has but one question for you, and one question only. Please understand this. Very simple. Have one question for you and one question only. No matter where you are in the world, no matter who you are in the world. And that question is simply this: do you have the money or do you not? No, nothing to guess about. Do you have the money and do you not? Understand, if you don't make moves, moves will be made upon you. Moves will be paid upon you. When I come upon this channel, my job is to inspire you, unlock what's already in you, to understand that you have got to build wealth for you and your family. You have got to become an entrepreneur if you are even going to forget about thrive. I ain't even talk about thriving. Survive. 43 million people are in the verge of bankruptcy, foreclosure. That is going to rip apart 43 million families. That is going to probably cause at least about 5 to 10 million divorces. That's going to cause destabilizing the families. That's going to mean that people are going to lose benefits and health benefits and all that kind of stuff. It is a very, very big deal. Okay, but yet the entrepreneurs, they don't go down to the employment line, because you know what they saying? Hey, I can create. That's what you're going to have to do. And you need to think about, okay, who do I need to get in business with? Not in bed with. Who do I need to get in business with? Who do I need to get partners to help, but where both of us can build wealth together? And so we appreciate it. Hey, like and share this content, man. Amir brings the heat. And what you guys see with me, I'm a small fraction of the kind of content this man brings. Kind of content he brings. I mean, he literally hits all cylinder all over the world. He literally is a global icon. Putting stuff out there, helping people in ways that he probably never could imagine. But it all comes down to this: whether it's me, whether it's Mr. Major, whether it's Mr. Brandon, whether it's Mr. Pearson, whether it's Miss Kai, whether it's Miss Taiwu, or whoever he has on the stream, the central theme is economic empowerment. You want to go to Africa? Do you have the money or do you not? You want to stay in Africa? Do you have the money or do you not? You want to better your life? Do you have the money or do you not? You want to make it better for you and your family, your children? Do you have the money and do you not? That's Fitzgerald Stevens' whole platform, and that's a centralized philosophy of this stream. No matter what you do, how do you get the resources? And I want you to know they are there. The white man ain't keeping you down. The black woman ain't keeping you down. The white woman ain't keeping you down. The Indian man, the Chinese man ain't keeping you down. No one's keeping you down but you. No one's keeping you down but you. And when you decide to move, get ready to make things happen. But if you want to criticize the doers and criticize the people who are out there doing it, hey, they ain't paying you attention anyway. And they certainly ain't stopping, you see, and asking you what's wrong. They're too busy building something for their future. They're too busy building something for their family's future. You got to ignore the noise and get strong about the serious of creating a wealth system for you and your family. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here, and I just want you guys to just seriously not think about it. I ain't even going to ask you to think about it. Now, time to think about it is over. Get in action. Get in motion or something. As far as with that, the FreeBay account is there for you. We're more than happy to help you with that. I started that thing off at zero, and built that thing up organically, close to 12,000 business affiliates all over the world, including Africa, getting residual income, but that's not enough. That's why I'm going to start my cleaning business. That's not enough. That's why I'm starting my YouTube channel. That's not enough. That's why I want to do my books, my T-shirt, all that kind of stuff. That's not enough. That's why I want to still go on the motivational circuit, pick up some of that paper, that's not enough. That's why I still want to put me a nice real estate portfolio together. No, I'm looking to get better. I'm looking to get better, and not necessarily build wealth to say that I have wealth, but looking to get better, to use wealth as a tool to, to help people. And, and I believe in putting your oxygen mask on first. So in that note, you guys take care. Join us. Prince Amir will give you a call once you register with the free base, show you exactly what to do. And need to, he'll give you my number so I can easily help guide you. We'll plug you into training and help get you started, and so the world is yours, and it's opportunity. It's so much out there for you. You just got to go out and get it. Prince Amir, thank you very much for your time, man. I appreciate you.
No problem. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Also to Sierra Leone tour, April 21st to the 30th. If you are interested, email me at huru@searchforhuru.com. Again, if you're interested in joining us in Sierra Leone, email me at huru@searchforhuru.com. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. And my affiliate link, Free Bay affiliate links in the chat room, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, will also be in the description. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.